Greetings, 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 and welcome to Cinnamon Night Entertainment. Fresh off the heels of a D&D stream. If you were there, it was alright. Did a lot of new stuff, a little bit of technical stuff. But now we're moving on to my beloved Abiotic Factor. Thank you everybody who's continued to support the channel. I hope you guys continue. And if you're watching this, take a moment to consider subscribing. Anyway, moving on then. Today, I'm pretty sure it's time to go to Manufacturing West. We've heard of it from several people. We've got a guy that's trying to get us to go there. We need a power cell to do it. We conveniently just got a bunch of power cells. Now, I'm going to be using a couple of these fairly quickly. But we need to do things like take care of our needs real quick. Oh, we have a, alright. It's already time for another... Alright. Now that's, entertaining. It's an awful lot of purple right all over the screen. Nice work with the shader there. Alright. Well, got this. Platform cart with headlights. Platform cart is our lifeline to the world right now, so we might as well upgrade it as best we can. Look at that. One power cell. Boom. Our platform cart is now awesomer. It has been suggested to me that if I want to keep the trophies for the purposes of this stream, that people are okay with that, because it's literally just a cosmetic effect. It's not a supply that gets you anywhere, it does anything else along those lines. Oh, this time we have two portals. If they are pest-based, we're set. And if they're, you know, other thing-based, we're also set. Hopefully nothing gets broken and destroyed. This is all our water. Optimism is running high. I don't know if I'm going to be getting to the base move here yet, because I haven't decided where exactly that's going to be. I have a couple ideas, but nothing so much set in stone. Let's do a real quick eating of peas. And a real quick drink of water. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Hopefully. Apparently the power cells are within range of my bench. Accident, but I'll take it. If we're lucky, it hasn't reset the, oh, I'm wearing my radiation suit. That's probably less than useful. Alright, do the pooping. I don't need that radiation suit on right now. Boom. And I think I still hear the portals themselves, so... sometimes if you go far enough away, they'll despawn, and you have to respawn them. It is a tactic that you can use, but it's rough because if enough of these haven't entered in by the crafting bench you're at, if you're at another crafting bench, for example, and they start spawning around that, it can become ugly pretty quick. Alright, what are my other needs? I am very tired. You know, I'm going to chance one of these opening up here. Let's rest in the bed. I think we're good, though. Yeah. Wee. Woo. Wee. Bye. Woo. Bye. We were very tired. Not that much of a surprise, though. Ugh. Gonna need to get a light repair gun kit here shortly. It's gonna be a goal before we leave, is to repair the pistol. Because that may end up being very useful. Well, while this is happening with the loud annoying noise... Uh-oh, where's my bucket? Oh, my bucket's in my inventory. I probably dealt with that before ending the stream last time. I find to be likely. Yeah, we used up some water, but... Let's get that going. Put the bucket back away so I don't get freaking scared again.
This sector will be powered down momentarily. If you have not already evacuated the facility...
Yeah, it's about to be nighttime. Let's repair what we can. Plastic shield, all that. I can't do that yet. Let's repair everything. Alright. We're set. I don't see any portals down there. Well, as we're as ready as we're gonna be. Hopefully they will pop up soon. Because I'd like to get the episode running. We have a lot more structure to what we're taking, so it's going to be a lot less resources. This should be interesting. Alright, yeah, close you. 4 plant plots. A lot less lights. This is gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm running around. Well, we can probably put away some of this stuff here. One of the things that we're not necessarily gonna have a lot of are supplies leading into the next area, meaning that we're gonna have to make several trips to the other dimension to grab stuff. But we have that resource available to us. I may have made one too many farm plots here. We'll figure things out. Alright. And 1 quick hour, because nighttime everything runs a little bit faster. Hurry up, game. Now we gotta do this and hope we don't anger the robot. We are gonna have to kill a robot though, so maybe we go straight from this into fighting a robot. Because if we want the gun repair kit, we need a memory core, and to get a memory core, we need to go fight a giant robot. We'll see how it goes. Here it comes. Do we get a big boy or do we get little ones? Or anything. Vacuum cleaner, the ultimate against a peccary. Oop, I think I hit someone else there. Into the ceiling. Come on, buddies. And boom.
All vacant perforations will be resetting in 3, 2.
And everything is reset in the other dimension, so we can probably go get more power cells when all is said and done. Right now, we gotta go find a robot to kill. And I'll start with the one down here. Alright, game. Hey, look at that, it's a robot. It's important to note, the gun does just as much damage as the crossbow. So this isn't actually going to be any more effective than the crossbow. Come on. And Oof. Alright, come on. Ah! Ow. That hurt. I mean, not as much as it could, because I'm actually fairly heavily armored for this kind of fight. That was not as effective as I wanted. Alright. Running out of ammo. Well, running through ammo. Alright, come on, buddy. Plus side is, we actually have access to infinite ammo now. It just would take a while to load up. Alright. Come on, buddy. Hurry up and die. We want your corpse all over the place. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Haha, stunned him in the last moment. We really need to upgrade our weapons sometime soon. I mean, we're getting better at it. We're getting stronger. So we are getting better at what we do. You know, I'll go through one more clip. Didn't even need the full clip. Alright. You know, I could have used a little bit more heavy. Hurry up. And wash ourselves. And grab up our loot. And it's morning. Our base should be saved from any rampaging other robots. Well, I mean, every once in a while they're still running around. You know what? While I'm down here, let's charge up all our stuff. Boop. Hey, Warren, how's it going? Oh, you don't even have the light repair gun kit yet. Well, we're going to buy some canned peas with the root beer we just got.
You're welcome.
And eat them. There's the it's done charging. Let's drink a orange soda. Our food and drink are completely resolved. Just got my butt kicked a little bit. And a little bit left on our flashlight. All right.
Attention. This sector is under precautionary security
Bye, Warren.
measures. Please remain in place and wait for security assistance.
All right. Loading. Okay. So our base didn't really get damaged, as we killed everything too quick, which, you know, not complaining. Not complaining in the slightest. Let's get out that bucket. I thought I said I'd put it away. I didn't put it away. Down to 16 bullets. Well, I suppose that's a thing. Oh yeah, they're thirsty little plots, aren't they? A little bit, I suppose. Okay. Grab that. Put it away. And let us make my favorite soup in the game.
Air quality fully.
Oh, we have a fog phenomenon.
Humidity exceeding nominal levels.
All right.
Dehumidification in progress.
So this event will happen occasionally now that we've opened the gate to Flat Hill. It's called the fog. Now, it's not a terribly bad weather event. It just spawns a new kind of enemy that is here and in Flat Hill. Did I call it Fog Hill? I probably did. Which we may be about to see one. They're called Symphonists. And they are, tough. We're hoping not to piss any off. There it is. That thing. I don't think I can beat it right now. as it makes a little bit of music as it rides around. Yeah, we're just gonna go turn off the dang thing. Ugh. We need to get a little more advanced to be able to take those things on. This guy will probably be back. Hasn't respawned in yet. Nice. That one isn't back either. Simply put, you turn that off by coming here, terminate, weather event fog. And the enemy spawns are now back to normal. All right. So what we're gonna do here is, at this point, I can't repair the gun, so we gotta keep running around with it. You know what? I don't know what other resources I might need, but coming up here, going to Flat Hill, and grabbing a couple things would not be the worst thing we could do. Let's give it a shot. And you know what? If there's a particular beast that's out there, I forgot my freaking other items again. You know what? That's fine. Let's go back to Flat Hill. Now, everything has respawned in the dimension now. Which is how we get infinite ammo. Just takes some time to build up because you gotta wait for every reset. But if you notice that, it's back. And everything we put in here is still gonna be there. But, and stuff in there. But the other item spawns that we didn't place are gonna be here. Now, there's an up and down part of this process where those item respawns will, what's the best way of putting this? Will occasionally meld in, like if you place an item where an item's going to spawn in, it'll make your life slightly difficult. Salt is how you keep your salt levels up. 'Cause early in the game, you start running out of salt if you're not paying attention. I've been using plenty of non-perishables and eating raw stuff instead of souping. If you notice, this time there wasn't as much pea soup. Now, most of these, if you've opened up a door, it'll be open and unlocked the next time you come through. Look at that. There's 8 9mm ammo. And another cooking pot. That's all we really need for this place. Use the bathroom since I'm next to one. But, while we're here, I'm gonna make the unwise choice of trying to take on money. If there's a specific one around one of those symphonists, because they're rude. But it would be nice to get what they got. I so love having a flashlight on my gun. Although it's Flat Hill. We can just use the regular flashlight. Won't make too much of a difference. Salt. These chemicals. It's going to be one of the suckiest things, is needing most of those chemicals later. Alright. You know what? That's fine. That makes sense. Ice cream. We'll probably eat it while we're out here. And yeah. So we haven't opened up our back way through yet, because I don't have the ramps. I've got, well, the beginning of a ramp. I don't have the finished part of a ramp yet. But alright. I forgot to repair my spear. Oh, it's not there. Worth a try. Now you get to see a madman do a run. You know, the one at the top of the lab sometimes... Alright, I'll try it. Decision made. If I'm gonna do something stupid, I might as well do something frickin' stupid. Another possible spawning point. It's up here. None of that either? Well, none of the good spawns have happened, so we're leaving this place. Simple as that. Alright. We are definitely going to hunt those guys because one of my favorite armors is made through defeating them. So, yeah. Not gonna lie. Whatever. No, I need, but I don't need yet. Gotta remember this. I can't be too grabby. Oh, this is a different mindset. But everything you can find in offices 1, 2, and 3 are gonna be in this area. Do this because I am a horrible human being. And this is going to be a sad reminder of my horrible human being, although I'll do my best to keep it off camera. Every once in a while, other ammo spots respawn as well. It's good to check them out. Like there, and in the security center up over here. They also seem to respawn more when you use them. So, like if we're using a lot of bullets, the game is more likely to spawn random bullets back at you. But it looks like we probably got all that we're gonna get. I am a dumbhead. We have a security key. And way back when we found out that Warren is locked behind a security lock. There might be some more ammo behind him. And it's level 1. And that's what we have the key log for. So, the rest of the security office, which he is locked himself. We have... It's a door. It's a little bit of space there. It's a bucket with flies coming out of it. You can probably guess what's in there. And some ammo. And gate defense bobblehead. And you can actually, if you're real careful, you can steal his piece. He saw nothing. He was looking the other way. Skyrim rules. Alright. We can recharge our stuff. Man, you need to trade with me, man.
Well, it's not for everyone.
It's not for me. Him or her. Alright, Warren. I love you, Warren. I do. You're my man. But, at the same time, you are upon occasion a pain in my keister. Don't forget that. Well, in that case, let's repair what we can, and we're going to journey our first exploration into the place. And then... Oh, that's the wrong way. I'm going to finish going through our equipment to see if we've come across any new ideas. We should at least have one that I want to do that isn't the load world. Thank you. I don't know if this is because I'm recording, but it does seem to load the world a little funkier each time I do it. So we're going to go with that. Alright, first things first. Cooking pot. Water. Double check and make sure I've got the soup recipe correct because I am a dumbhead. We want... ooh, do I have enough for that? Do I have a carbuncle? I have a carbuncle. Well, we just changed what the plan was. This can go over there and put the peas, whatever. I want one of these. Do not consume the radioactive evil baby. And I believe it was one of these. Just one. And then one of these. So we're actually going to get the superior version of what I was planning on making. So let's get that off, put that there. And raw alien drumstick. Boom. Carbuncle. Boom. Pest rump. Boom. Metrio medley. It's a pretty good soup. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got an extra radiation suit. Well, that cooks. We're going to go through the stuff we can make now. Bleach. Important. We need to make 2 of these bad boys. 2 of the bridges. And we are going to set that up before we move to our new base. So today's going to be a little bit of cleanup in this sector. And then moving on. Okay. Got that. We can harvest our plants. Plenty of potatoes and other things, although we're probably not going to be eating most of these, and they're probably all going to go bad. Nothing wrong with getting that XP. Alright, I know I'm going to need a memory brick. So, or computation brick, so let's make that. Because I'd like to have that light gun repair kit when I can. Combine all that stuff. So yeah, all I have is my normal equipment with me now. Let's put the ice cream away before it melts. Blip. You know what? I may regret this, but I can get more of this, and I don't want to have the radioactive stuff on me. Let's cook one of these bad boys. Let's bench upgrade. Yeah, you're just as bad as the other one. How many hearts do I have? None. No hearts. Well, it's simple as that. I need bioscrap. I am getting horrifically irradiated here. Where's my bioscrap? Son of a biscuit. I'll get to you, soup. Come on, bioscrap. Wherefore art thou? But you know what? I can make more. Turn you and you into bioscrap. And the one that's in my hand. Stop irradiating me. And salt. Salt, salt. Salt, salt. Salt. Okay. The soup will keep and keep and keep and keep and keep. Let's make some more sausage. Because that's useful to make still. Get that in the inventory. Get this back out of the inventory. And we'll cook up the sausage too. Try to get her cooking up a little bit. We now have a new soup, which I'm going to call possibly a travel soup for the new base. It fits in the fridge. You can stack them in here. They don't go bad. So, yeah. Next. Repairing stuff. The moment you get that item teleporter, this thing gets the ability to teleport items too if it's within range of the bench. So we get nothing radioactive in here. And in fact, because of that, I can take all the food items in here and put them up in here. Boom, 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 without having to worry about anything spoiling. And we can get our knife and our soup here. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, of course I'm tired. You're always tired. Let's take out the fish bones. And put the fish bones in here. And we can place the bobblehead. One of the few things that we are able, everything that's on top of this crate, we're able to come back to. So, yeah. Oh, the sausage is still cooking. Eat the soup. Get the sausage, put the sausage away. Eat some random potatoes. And one more should get both of those filled. Take a nap. Looks like we're going back to the other dimension now. Because I want to make that ramp. No. Making frickin' stuff. Alright, there is a bunch of stuff we can make now, though. I'm going to make an armor stand. I'm not going to bother making it. Any other that's a base improvement, we're going to hold off till the next area. Fishing, glow stick, all my makeshift armor stuff. Pest trap. You can capture pests in this. And, bag of feces. And turn them into useful little pet boys. And they're cute. I haven't used much to an effect. Alright, so I'm going to assume this needs a power cell, a pipe pistol, that would make sense, some screws, and a coil. Okay, metal, stapler. Alright, let's make the pipe pistol. Boom. And then we need to make some ammo for said pipe pistol. Comes in groups of 4. Yeah, looks like no one more. Now I have 20 rounds with it. And that's going to get us to put our fishing rod up here. And get you down here. We are starting to run out of weapon room for all of our stuff. But as it stands right now, I'm happy with my weapons. Load this up. We have our first makeshift pistol. Alright, where did I put the ramps? Right here. We're gonna go make those ramps in Flat Hill. Because I am gonna be going back and forth to that place. Enough that it matters. Now this little bad boy, damage is 50. The pistol is 26. Twice as powerful as the normal pistol. It just has one shot. And it's an improperly reload weapon, so it's a little bit slower than the others. I'm amazed at how few enemies I'm facing right now. It does give me a bit of a concern. Still, nothing is respawned here. Oh yeah, the most annoying thing about this is after you hit the trigger, it has to war bump and then it will fire. You don't have choice of when it fires. You just hit the trigger and it goes. It's a little railgun. Now, with what I'm going to put here, we never have to worry about dealing with the composers, being the big ones, ever again. It's a thing of beauty. And I ran around in this place for a long time before I figured it out. Because you can go up there to get up to the last area. You can go through here to drop down to the arcade, and then the arcade, of course, has a portal that leads to backwards to the other one. So all 3 power cells are easy to get to. You just gotta blip. And we're gonna try here. I always gotta like readjust this every time. Zoom there. I'll get some free construction XP while we do this. Alrighty, ready. And that. Pop you at the very end. At the very end. You know, I can do better than that. And if you take apart this, you get all 3 parts to come down. Alright, I'm gonna pop you there. Gonna grab you. Bridges are actually a lot more fun in this game than I gave them credit for. You'll see other examples of why bridges are awesome. Some of it's gonna be later, but bridges are awesome. We should be friends with the bridges. So I'm gonna say there and there. Look at that. We now have free access to the arcade. Everything else that might be here. Alright, get our pipe pistol out, which sadly doesn't get a flashlight. We're about to get a better pipe pistol. More accurately, there's an improvement on this little gun, which is fantastic when you're running around switching between the 2 of them, but I love this little guy. It's not as useful as a weapon, which I'll be using for a good chunk of the rest of the game, because it is eminently useful against all mid-tier enemies and even some of the high tier. It does fairly okay. This loses its usefulness. Becomes more of a thing you'd use for fun. Alright, let's get a hazard suit on. Let's get a knife in place. Now we gotta use the bathroom, but other than that, I don't think there's anything else I want to do to clean up this area. Flush. Drink the water anyway, because we're in the suit, so it's gonna sap away our water levels. Grab the power cell. And proceed to journey. Alright. Quickest way there is through here. The little fuckers are always in there. Another side benefit of this is there is these trophies you can get in the game. And no matter what we do, only one area is ever really going to be safe. Let's see what this guy says now.
Try level 3. The power cells. Energy
Take this
research
off.
team.
And do you have anything to say now we opened
They
it?
weren't gatekeepers.
Nope.
Someone else, not government.
These lights are kind of fantastic at lighting up a base. We'll be playing with those. We have down here. Ba-doop-ba-doop-boo. And we can run around here. Weird rock that disappears. I don't know when this appeared, but I didn't notice it till some of my more recent playthroughs. And look at that. We're back at base. Well, back at the offices. And this is one of the 2 passages lead over here, although I think I need the upper one right now. I think this is going to be a locked door. Now, one of the suggested sites is up there, which I believe there is a power outlet. But I don't want it to be this much of, like, in between the middle of nowhere. Yeah, this is a locked door.
Good evening. Today's power and primary illumination in this sector will be ceasing.
I may rest through the night. Yeah, let's keep our base safe and we can rest through the night. Boom. And all right. Let's get back home. Up to level 2. Did I ever open this door? Nope. You don't have to open the big door. If you come from the other side, you can just open that there. Almost electrocuted myself. Let's see if anything needs power. I know the flashlight does. And you don't need charge. Everything I have is fully charged. Yeah. I know there's a pest wandering around over there. If they don't get excited by you, you don't always need to kill them. We're nomadic survivalists, not murderists. There's not much I can do at base right now. For this break and the last wait, I may wait a little longer. And she's gone. People have started the moving. Which is a good thing. Alright. So let's see how many items we need at minimum. 1, 2. Does this power all the way through the night? That's going to be worth checking at least. Because we have an enhanced table. And I like to have 3 batteries, but apparently I only have 2 powering this bad boy. Which was enough for previous. You know what? The bench warmer's on, which means we're comfortable overnight. Water our crops, I guess. That I can do. Even though they're probably not going to finish this cycle. Get very, very thirsty plants. Not a waste of water, though, because all this water, most of the water is going to be behind. You know what? Let's place a carpet here. Alright. I farted. Let's get rid of this while we're here. Blah, blah, blah. And we've come across a lot of theoretical things, but meh. Carbuncle. People. Richard Moyer. Duel. Fog phenomenon. Yeah, okay. That's all clear. Let's take care of our stuff. Eat a super tomato. And that will mostly do it. Eat a regular tomato. Tomato. Ooh. I have not made slushy bombs yet. Let me show you slushy bombs. So this is your first explosive, is boom bait. To be submitted to noise-striking enemies. There's a damaging detonation. Unbridled. I do not like those kind of things. Slushy bomb. You get 3 of them for each slushy. And we now have a slushy bomb. If you're careful with it, it'll freeze the enemies. Yeah, I do not have that throwing skill yet. I don't know if I showed you guys. Yeah, I probably don't even have nets. Throwing is something that is a pain in the keister in this game. I think I told you about it. It's eminently useful, but if you want to grind your throwing, this is how you do it. I know, real complicated, right? Figure, let's do this till about 4 a.m., take a nap. And I dropped one. Just find a wall. Throwing nets on the walls. What you really want to get to is the underhanded toss, which is the only combat toss I generally use. Underthrowing, you can get, yeah, it's level 2. Not hard to get to, but it's so much. I hear it. It's angry. It's 4:20. Let's take a rest. We can work on the underhanded throw over time. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We're fairly stable and safe. I don't feel the need to get anything done. So... Alright. It's morning, and that means it's time to go to manufacturing. And actually to go there now, instead of just walking up to a big door. I love this place. It's such a good job with the level design, the maps. I mean, the retro style. They made fun of me earlier today because I was talking about the fact that I play new games, and I'm like, I've got like early access games. They're like, yeah, the game that's done to be a Black Mesa retro style, and I'm like, well, yeah, but I didn't have a response. Let's be honest. Access Manufacturing West. We have now officially managed it. Which means I need to find a location.
The safety rating of this sector is now -4.
-4. That's not a good safety rating.
This sector via the main surface
Tunnel.
Have a safe and successful day.
Alright, we have cement bags, which are useful base defenses. Not gonna lie. We have check-in spot.
Check-in approved.
A lot of gunfire going on. A lot of gunfire. And some explosions. Yeah, there's stuff hidden everywhere in this game. Although not here this time. At some point, we're going to have a stream where I grind up some skills. And I apologize about that beforehand. Got a road down there and a collapsed tunnel. Optimism at its finest. Alright. We got... Oh, there's a person. That's a good sign, right? I can't ever get into that room because it's behind locked and there's no way in there, so... Forever locked door. Alright. Oh, locked door. Oh.
Stay quiet. They'll hear you.
Who will hear me? He will hear me. That's a dude. Up, walking, moving.
Get away from the windows.
I'm coming, lady. Now this could be a spot for a base.
Where are you going?
Hi, Varsha.
At first, I thought it was an accident. Those creatures everywhere. But then these terrorists came, hunting us. Now I don't know what to believe. What do they want? If I can just get to the blacksmith, he'll know how to get out of here. He's wired into this whole sector, and his forge is a fortress, so he should be safe. I think.
It is a
I'll
fortress.
open the door for you now, but I'm telling you, they're shooting at anything that moves. Be careful.
Okay. Yeah, that's the button she just pushed to open the door.
Maybe the blacksmith knows what happened to Frake and her team.
Oh.
Last I heard, they were down in the mines. Then the radio died, and all this started. The quakes destabilized everything.
All right.
If the synchrotron down there is being disturbed, it could blow this place sky high.
All right. Explosives, you know, not the most positive things in the world. We can deal with that mess. Because we're super. That's right, I said it. We're super. Got a big door. We've got a porta potty. Hey, toiletry at its best. I bet it doesn't smell at all. And here's the truck. Brilliantly weaved together base. Very few spaces are wasted. They become parts of other levels. I love it. I love it, I tell you. Alright. Now we're going to start running into bunches of doors. Kind of... You notice they're shooting at that. Stop firing. Interesting. I don't think I hit anybody. I didn't get any XP for it. Yeah, we're not going to be grabbing a whole lot here, except for maybe some very basic materials. Because we don't have to carry these materials all the way back with us. We're progressing to find areas, really. Boom. Now when we come through... We'll be on the second floor up here where the check-in is. Alright.
Whoa, can anyone hear me?
Anyone hear me? Yeah, I'll get there in a moment, buddy. You definitely sound like you're from like Chicago or something. That opens up that door over there.
Alpha, Bravo, whatever, someone there.
Alpha, Bravo, whatever. Alright, buddy. If anybody's from Chicago, I apologize if I just insulted your native land and language. Yeah. Again, I don't have to carry this stuff. Radio.
Oh, hey, I'm over here in the crane. The glass is bulletproof, but these guys don't know the meaning of give up. I keep hearing them talk some kind of code. Whatever. I figure the best thing I can do is
It's kind of Latin.
so they don't notice poor suckers like you. I'm guessing you're looking for a way out. But
That'd be nice.
First thing those trigger-happy assholes did was lock down the crossroads.
That's the crossroads.
You could push straight through if you got the guts. Or you could get smart and work your way around them. Head for the garage. Try and touch base with the blacksmith. He ain't going anywhere. I know what I'd do.
So, if you feel really adventurous, and I proved this before, in a game where I'm not afraid to die, this is a very important distinction, you can get through the crossroads. Yeah, people who are in bad shape. Yeah, it's all kinds of unhealthy. But you can come through here. That bunch of breakable glass. And our first area of new materials, which, like I said before, we're going to be a little careful at what we grab. So, hose, that's not new. Cloth scrap, giga glue. None of that is... I can't get through there. Okay, I'll break the other one too. Screws. Rebar! Very important. Scrap shot. Reinforced wooden block. Transmogrifier. Well, we don't really care about the transmogrifier. Storage crate medium. Barricade wood full. Barricade wood half. Yeah, rebar is your friend. And it gives us access to things like the medium garden plot. The hazard cart. No, hazard crate. Which then gives us the hazard cart. I don't have time to go through all this right now. We gotta figure out where a base is gonna end up being and try to move there. Alright, there's an MRE. A door. We should probably be sneaking. There's like super soldiers around. You know, I'm not gonna worry about that radio yet. Our first dude here, he's just trying to make lunch. Got him. Forklift certification's got a funky, no signal song. Alright. Ammo. Crack flashlight. And where is... There's my knife. We're gonna pick these up, but we don't need them quite yet. Human skull. Human arm. Yeah, you can harvest bodies. In fact, you can eat brains for an XP benefit. You get horribly sick. Alright, we got a fridge here. Means we don't need to take the fridge with us. Noted. And we'll have ease of access to one. And we have... It is... I'm gonna say noon. Oh. I don't have access to the map yet. It didn't show up in my gate pal, did it? Nope, we don't have access to the map yet. Sweetness. Alright, because that's the goal. I mean, I want to get the map, but... Game doesn't want to let me. Alright. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Oh. This thing you've got to aim a little bit up if you want to use it, because it's got to drop off. Alright. The garage here is a possible base. Oh! Well. What hit me? I just took damage. Like my chest took a massive amount of damage. And I don't know why. Well, there's clearly another carbuncle. It's making the noise. Around here somewhere. Let's grab you. There's the carbuncle. Now I'm thinking that maybe we should make our base in these offices up here. Reload. Like put it here. We've got a recharge spot. Temporary cot. Means I won't have to move the bed right away. Yeah, I think we got the basic spot for our base. Yeah, no thank you. Leave me alone. Oh, he saw me. Run away. Don't be brave. Alright. Alright. can dig it. What time is it? Not what time is it. What, am I at the time on the recording? Already at an hour. Alright, so you've seen that office area, which will have the garage, which will make the area relatively safe while we're here. Including access to the forklift.
Where'd you come from?
The other option I was gonna do is... So I've got that base over there. I might be able to do the forklift for this move. Because it'll reach this whole way. Alright. But here's the blacksmith.
Look, we don't got a lot of time. Radio's out. Frake's gone AWOL. And the place is crawling with gunned-up psycho cowboys. They ain't shut me down yet. But folk like you need to be getting to the surface tunnel. Roadway's locked up tight, so you need to find a way through the security doors upstairs. Maybe you can hack through somehow. They don't exactly leave the code.
Yeah, notice how crappy it is on the shot if you're not getting something by surprise.
You need something, though. I can help. Equipment, gear, whatever. I can make it if you got what I need.
It's a pretty lethal little gun. We're gonna make better though. And this particular spot right here is base alternative 2. I'm gonna let people decide that in the comments. And how many power outlets are in here? We got one over here. Right? Yeah, one over here. And one over here. What do you guys think? Give it access to second level. On the second level, there's actually some vending machines and a charger. The other area has a charger in it, which is eminently useful at this point in the game. So we can have our own fortress at the end of a hall. Or we can take over the garage.
Where'd you come from?
I came from right here. We're going to look at the solder.
Unbelievable.
New design. Open up class 1 clearance here. Come back around here. Because I need to kill some enemies. Open up the garage at least. There's always a soldier in here. Which we wouldn't have to worry about that soldier anymore if we had the... I forgot to reload my gun. And he's like stuck in the crate. Alright. And we have a forklift, which if you bring a power cell, you can use the forklift, man. Yeah, I'm gonna use the spear to harvest him instead of the knife. Oh, there's ammo under there that I can't quite get to. Can I see it at the edge of here? Yep, and I think that's it. The loot that's under there. And this area also has a bathroom, whereas the other one doesn't. Which is unfortunate, because this isn't a closable door. So, if anybody wants to comment by tomorrow, you can help me figure out which base. We still haven't found a map. I don't remember where the freaking map is in this area. But yeah, unless you've seen another area up here, like that you suggested we've walked through, but this, we've got massive shutters that we can open and close if we turn this into our base. Like, I can have that office here, which will extend to keep everything around it safe. At least to the garage. Like this would still probably get some enemies over there or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'll cover. But yeah, we've got our two options. Security base, sector hours, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Which, there is a robot that wanders up and down this halls, and it just means at nighttime we can have this closed, or we can keep it closed all the time. This also has an area down below here. There's an NPC, which you've probably seen, but we're about to finish out the episode. So, yeah, I'm going to give you this the opportunity. Based down in the mapping center, or in the garage, or somewhere else if you saw it, or if you know the game and you've got a suggestion of where I should try to make it. But on this note, admin, force world save, leave game. Thank you once again, everybody who came by and has watched the stream. You know, feel free to consider subscribing, trying to get to 100. That's right, subscribe. If you've already watched this far, that means it's got to have some entertainment value for you. And I think I'll start the next stream with a please like and subscribe. But with that, good night, everybody, and I suck at outros, and I'll have in the comments it's not gonna be a poll, it's gonna be a suggestion as to where to put the base. But yeah, no, I suck at outros, not at everything else, just outros. Bye.